Welcome to M&T Bank Stadium in the inner harbor of Baltimore, where the New England Patriots have clinched the AFC Eastern Division title with a 41-7 romp that nobody saw coming over the Baltimore Ravens, and no one except maybe the two of us standing right here. Mike Petraglia, alongside WEEI.com Patriots expert Christopher Price. Chris, 41-7. You just told me, and I think it perfectly sums it up, the first true 60-minute game of the year for the New England Patriots.
It really was, when you consider what they did on both sides of the ball. Defensively, there were a few lapses there in the third quarter, into the fourth quarter. Baltimore was able to move the ball a little bit. But in terms of a complete game on both sides of the ball, as well as special teams, I thought this was their most complete performance of the year. It was a signature road win for them going into the postseason. It's absolutely imperative that they continue to build on this going into the playoffs.
I don't think there's any question about that, Chris. And from the start of the game, what really impressed me was the urgency the Patriots played with. The run game, the way their defense played, all of this after the Miami Dolphins lost in Buffalo 19-0, giving them their fifth straight AFC Eastern Division title. But it seemed like that didn't matter. Several of the Patriots inside the locker room just told me that we didn't want to back in. We wanted to win this on our own terms.
Momentum is so huge at this time of year. I know that, you can debate whether it's momentum, health, whatever is the most important thing at this time of year. But in terms of momentum, in terms of playing well in November, playing well in December, and having that carryover into the playoffs, they needed that, particularly on the road. Again, this was a team very, very good over the course of the year, but you can argue whether or not they played a complete game. They've stumbled at times over the course of the season,
right.
But tonight, they played their most complete game of the year. Again, offensively, defensively, special teams, it was all there for them. And to be able to come into Baltimore, a team that was on the fringes of the playoff race, but still part of the playoff race, and to be able to put up 41 points is very impressive. Like you said, the running game I thought was particularly impressive, particularly with Jared Blunt. Blunt has been an absolute revelation. One of the most underrated trades, I think, in my opinion, of the Bill Belichick era. The fact that they were able to get him basically for nothing for Jeff Demps in Tampa Bay, and he's been able to really serve as their lead back, for lack of a better term, over the last few weeks.
The 41 points that the Patriots hung up on the Ravens, the most the Ravens have ever given up at M&T Bank Stadium now, albeit, and even Logan Menken said, I don't think it was a 41-7 game because the Ravens, made some bonehead plays. Logan's words after the game. At the end of the game, the Devon Wilson interception return for the touchdown, the Chandler Jones fumble recovery in the Ravens end zone. The game was already really decided at that point.
I think your point, and you were in there with Logan, and I was talking to Logan as well, the quote that he had I thought was very, very telling when he talked about, not a lot of people call us a physical team.
Right.
We'll just ask the guys who lined up opposite us if they thought we were physical today.
And the guy lining up opposite Logan Mankins would be one Terrell Suggs, number 55. T-Sizzle was not sizzling today for the Ravens defense. A big reason, really, Chris, why the Patriots were able to come out of here with a win that now sets them up, if they can only beat Buffalo at home, for a first-round bye. They will clinch at least a number 2 seed in the upcoming playoffs. The Cincinnati Bengals also won today. They win their division, so we know they're going to be at home. They have a lot to play for next weekend, do the Bengals, against these Ravens in Cincinnati, and so do the Patriots against the Bills.
It's going to be a great final week because there's so much at stake. I believe the Ravens, correct me if I'm wrong, the Ravens are still in the playoff race.
With San Diego and Miami.
Exactly. They need a lot to go their way, but they're still in the playoff picture, so they're going to be playing for their playoff lives next week against the Bengals. I think it's going to be really interesting to see how the Patriots go out and try and play the Buffalo Bills. I know this is a Bills team that had a really nice win today, upending Miami and kind of knocking them out of the playoff picture, but I think it's going to be a fun week. I do. With so much at stake and so many divisional games, I think it's going to be a lot of fun to watch.
I think it's going to be a thrill, but certainly the Patriots gave their fans the biggest thrill of all today, coming out and beating the defending world champion Baltimore Ravens in convincing fashion, really from start to finish. As you said, the first true 60-minute game of the year for the Patriots. Couldn't have come at a better time. The final again, the Patriots 41, the Ravens 7. The Patriots win their fifth straight AFC Eastern Division title. Here at M&T Bank Stadium, for Christopher Price, I'm Mike Petraglia, WEEI.com.